Junior forward Shante Evans, head coach Kristen Kilburn Silvesky, and sophomore guard Caitlin Loper. Coach, an opening statement on the game and your 100th victory.
I thank my team, obviously my former players, but not to sound too cliche-ish, but certainly thank my team tonight. We've worked hard over these 6 years to build this program. We actually talked about the building blocks before the game today that, especially with Candace and Nicole Caperso, who has, we're here in my second year. Candace felt like she's been here the entire time I've been here, but, so it's just a great honor. Had a lot of great players, put on a Hofstra uniform here, and it's great to get that, for Hofstra. And obviously, now we get to move forward here after a tough one Thursday. So very, very proud of my team.
Question.
Coach, I brought it up to you, the 100-win thing, a couple times during the week, and you were trying to, obviously not focus on it, but it seemed like as soon as the buzzer sounded, you had a little bit of smile on your face, like a sigh of relief that it was kind of finally over.
What's funny? Kevin, you want to tell you the truth? Stephen walked up to me, and this is just how my mind is. The sigh of relief was that we got the W, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, your 100th win." I was like, "Oh yeah, my 100th win." So, and I know that you might not think it's true, but that's pretty much how I shoot from the hip, and it's. It was just more of a sigh of relief of getting my team back on track. I could see it in their eyes a little bit that anytime you suffer a loss, you take a hit, and you saw some moments we had a chance to kind of blow it open, and so it was just great to get this one over on both levels. So, I mean to crush you, Kevin. I didn't see doing that too, but it really was just about really getting past Thursday and moving forward.
Coach, what does a game like this tell about the conference where a team closer to the bottom can come out and compete with you guys?
Well, yeah, I mean, every game has been that way. I don't know what their final numbers was. I mean, this was more just like a dog-eat-dog battle, here at times. And like I said, the chances that we could have pushed away, we, kind of stepped on our own foot a few times. But, I just, like I said, William & Mary, crazy 197, and you're just going to have – it's just the way this conference is, and no one's going to back down. They have good shooters. They shoot tons of threes. We knew it. They made way too many threes than they should have made tonight. And, I think that we can explain that to these guys. They knew it. And, it really puts a twist on your help side. As good a help side team we are, it's almost like you can't have a lot of help side against this team because the minute that you're rotating over, they're finding the open person. So that's a credit to them. And that made it tough. That made it tough for me, trying to say, okay, you can't help. And there was times late game like, we just couldn't help. And that's when they went to the pick and roll stuff. And then our help was glued to the shooters, so it's a good game plan by them, and that's kind of what they do as well.
Caitlin, how about you? You've missed a couple games and some practices. Do you feel like you're kind of back up to speed yet, or maybe just a little bit longer? How far away are you think?
Closer, not all the way back. It is hard at the college level to miss a couple of games and practices. People just think that you kind of just sit out and then it comes back to you, but it does take some time. This was a good game to get back into the flow of things. Like I said before, Coach said that this would be a good game. So it definitely helped, but still got a little ways to go, definitely.
What is still some of is it just fatigue, or is it just getting your wind? What's kind of the last
it's just, listening down the stretch. Your principles, just like on defense tonight, how to work on that. Listening, coming out of things. So just little things like that. Fatigue, yeah, but that comes with it. But just trying to get back to basketball smarts and trying to get just in the flow of things is definitely the hard part of coming back.
Caitlin, would a game like this help your confidence, especially when you shot so well?
It helped a little bit. Yeah, definitely helped. But like I said, it all comes from my team. It all comes from my coaches telling me, you're going to hit the next one, that kind of thing. If they didn't say that, then it would be a little tougher.
Well, Shante, they got it down to a one-possession game. You got the ball on the right block when you hit that crazy reverse layup, and it seems like a couple times when you have 2-3 defenders on you, you go straight up. What went through your mind to go for the reverse layup this time to try and get them off in the post?
Usually when I go baseline, that's my favorite move to go to is a reverse layup. I've been practicing it since I was little. It's been always my favorite move, but but she wasn't cutting. She was cutting. Basically, she was giving me that shot. She wouldn't let me go to the other side of the basket, so I just went all the way through.
Coach, what was that timeout like? Because generally this year you haven't been involved in too many one possession at the end type games where you actually have to draw up one play to kind of seal a game.
Well, tonight it was. I'm sorry.
Yeah, was that what you designed there, or how did it kind of shake out?
No, it was. We had a little extra person that kind of popped in the pass to Kate, but we were joking about that in the locker room. I think Bondi maybe dribbled over a little bit too much. Was afraid to make the throw or something. I have to go back and look at that, but We'd been trying to actually do that a lot in the first half. Was kind of overloaded a little bit to get the ball into Shantae. But I was just going to say tonight they did a great job in all the timeout managements tonight. It had been something that we, I guess, just kept assuming that we're going to just score all the time, and we were a little less attentive in timeouts. We had a couple really good timeouts tonight, and of course that was one of the best ones there at a time we really needed it. Especially in the first half when we had a little offset box here, and Marie had that nice little slip to the basket. So just feel like they really paid attention and they were a little more aware. And that's something I had challenged them on in the week. You always know as a coach kind of what you need to continue to work on, and then obviously when you get a loss, it magnifies a lot more. And so I was proud of them today. I didn't actually tell them a lot of things about a lot of people in the locker room, but that's one thing we'll talk about when we get back on the practice floor.
Coach, the game as physical as this was tonight,
Yeah.
how do you manage to hold them to 6 free throws the entire night?
Crazy, I know. I thought we, think about how many fouls that we had in the last game where we just got sloppy, we got angry. It was a lot of emotion that we had in the last game. We were bailing people out, and that was a big challenge. That's another thing that we not just nicely harped on. We aggressively harped on that. Stay on our feet, quit going for reaches, try to keep them square in front. And for the most part, I thought we did because they let a lot of bodies go on both ends. And that was good. We actually noted that at the after the game here that was really good. And Andrea Thomas does a good job of playing solid defense. Y'all notice that as a freshman, she's solid, so it helps us. It helps us in our defensive matchups. When she comes in, and then of course Bonnie didn't even get off the floor. Just now noticed that. First game I think she's ever played 40 minutes, and it was just one of those things. She just was such an impact on us all the way. Defensively, it was hard to make that switch to take her off the court.
Coach, Northeastern also changed defenses a lot in
Yeah.
this game. Sometimes they came with a 1-2-2 press in the 3-quarter court. They were playing sometimes looked like a matchup zone at times, a 2-3 zone. How do you think your team handled the changing defenses?
I thought that was great, and we talked about that after the game. We knew that they were going to do some made miss scenarios, and I think I thought we handled it pretty well for the most part. We kind of kept it simple in our play calling tonight and tried to create out of it, and tried to share the ball a little bit more. It was inviting for these guys in the corner, especially in the first half. It was so open in the corners, and we had to be a little bit more disciplined in the second half.
Coach, what does it say about Candace Bond's offensive progression that she's been taking, some big shots down the stretch and making them?
Yeah, other than the little layup, you mean?
Yeah.
That was a joke. You guys can laugh. No, she was. It was great because probably pretty hard on her as a coach. Just for her to step up and do the things she's capable of doing because she's a gifted athlete and a skilled player on top. And it's awesome because she can do this. And then I think everybody on the whole team is like telling her all the time, would you please look for more opportunities because they're there and you can hit them. They believe in her. And she's such a good teammate to play with. You could probably ask Tay that because I just think she's the kind of kid that won't shoot you out of the game. You want her to shoot more, and she's always looking for everybody else and then has her role in the defense. So for me, I know as a player, you enjoy playing with people like that because they really share it. So you guys want to say anything?
Yeah, I say Bonnie's not a selfish person at all. She looks for teammates first, and then for soccer maybe third chance. But I tell her every time you gotta make the shot because they're going to, make them respect your shot because they're giving to you, so make it. And she hits it every day in practice.
Yeah, that little jumper right there in the heart is her shot, and it helps Tay because then it takes pressure off her too. So and then off the wing, so it really sounds good.
Coach, how about Andriana? She played 21 minutes. Seemed like she was trusted to do more than ever, and it seemed like today was kind of one of her better games of late, and doing a lot of different things.
Yeah, how about 6 boards too?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty big. I felt confident with her out there. I thought she had that one little moment there that got a little crazy, and I was about ready to either call a timeout right there, and I was going to tell her you have nothing and stop a little short. That's the only thing that's difficult sometimes with this offense. They just want to kind of keep on pulling, even if it's like a 1-on-4, not necessarily for her to go in and shoot, but that's when she got a little deep and had that little tough turnover there when we were up by 10 and we could have really blown it open. Had a couple little unforced turnovers there, and then, it's like I was telling the team too, I was like, we press, we put pressure on, and we would like to have, 40 minutes of Tara. Tonight, we were up by 10, and then we do the same thing that we do, and then we had a missed assignment, and a kid, drills a 3 right after a substitution. You can't, we had to back off a little bit, but it is what we do, and we just have to continue to do it well because, the worst thing for us is to get back on our heels and then not continue attacking at people, and I think that's just a really tough learning lesson for me tonight. Because we didn't do a good job in our scrambles against them, and we were doing what we do, and then it almost hurt us if we didn't back out a little bit. So We got to get better with that.
Thank you.